Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hope your day is going great as mine is. So today we'll be diving into 1 Kings chapter 10. The last time I was here, I shared 1 Kings chapter 9, where God appeared to Solomon the second time. God gave him a condition to the blessings he gave him. Solomon sought God on behalf of the people, and God told him that he heard his prayer, but it's going to be conditional when he blesses them. The temple he built for God is second to none. Every product he used for the building was on the high side. Everything was in gold, very expensive cedar. And God said that if you dishonor me or let the people dishonor me, this temple you built, I'm going to reject it. It will be a ridicule to passers-by. So that was chapter 9. Okay, so let's dive right into chapter 10. The Queen of Sheba visits Solomon. Let's read. When the Queen of Sheba heard about the fame of Solomon and his relationship to the name of the Lord, she came to test him with hard questions. Because everyone knew that King Solomon was the wisest man on earth. Okay. She came to Solomon and talked with him about all that she had on her mind. Solomon answered all her questions. Nothing was too hard for the king to explain to her. When the Queen of Sheba saw all the wisdom of Solomon and the palace he had built, the food on his table, the seating of his officials, the attendant servants in their robes, his cupbearers, and the burnt offerings he made at the temple of the Lord, she was overwhelmed. She said to the king, "The report I heard in my own country about your achievements and your wisdom is true. But I did not believe these things until I came and saw with my own eyes. Indeed, not even half was told. In wisdom and in wealth you have far exceeded the report I heard. How happy your men must be. How happy your officials who continually stand before you and hear your wisdom. Praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on the throne of Israel. Because of the Lord's eternal love for Israel, he had made you king to maintain justice and righteousness." And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, large quantities of spices and precious stones. Never again were so many spices brought in as those the Queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. So she brought very expensive gifts to the king, but it still could not be compared to what Solomon has. And even when she was leaving, the Bible stated that Solomon even gave her more gifts than what she brought. This should tell us how rich, extremely rich King Solomon was. King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba all she desired and asked for, besides what he had given her out of his royal bounty. So let's read a little bit about Solomon's splendor, just for you to see how rich he was. King Solomon was greater in riches and wisdom than all the other kings of the earth. The whole world sought audience with Solomon to hear the wisdom God had put in his heart. Year after year, everyone who came brought a gift. Articles of silver and gold, robes, weapons, and spices, and horses and mules. Solomon accumulated chariots and horses. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horses, which he kept in the chariot cities. He even had cities for chariots. Can you imagine? Cities for chariots. And also, with him in Jerusalem, the king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stones. Did you hear that? The king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stones. Silver were like stones. And cedar as plentiful as sycamore fig trees. Wow. Imported from Egypt. They imported a chariot, just one chariot, from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver and a hearse for 150. They also exported them to all the kings of Hittites and of the Arameans. This tells you how rich he was. The Bible records that no one on earth was as rich as King Solomon. He was the only one that God blessed with so much riches that couldn't be compared to anyone. All because he didn't ask God for riches. He wasn't greedy. He just went to God and sought him like a child will seek a father. You've given me this huge task to be a king, and I do not know how to rule all these people. I need you to give me wisdom on how to rule the kingdom. And God said, because you didn't ask me for riches, you didn't ask me for what people would easily ask for, I will bless you with wisdom beyond your wildest dreams. And he got that. And the whole world knew about the riches Solomon had. And they were all curious to come and see, just to come and check him out. His city, everything was like a museum where people come from different parts of the world to come and check it out. And that was what Queen Sheba did. She came to see for herself. She said she's heard so much about him and she needed to come and see by herself. She needed to come and see, and I can imagine she traveled thousands and thousands of miles to come and check him out. Okay, as always, I have 2 key lessons here. Number 1 key lesson, true wisdom comes from God. Yeah. Solomon's wisdom amazed the Queen of Sheba, reminding us that when we seek God first, he gives wisdom that cannot be matched by worldly knowledge. When we seek God first. That is so important to God. He wants us to seek him. He wants us to be like a child to a parent who is dependent on them. He wants us to seek him for everything. I've said it's times without number that we put God first in everything we do. And when God blesses you, it will be beyond your wildest dreams. That's the lesson we're learning here today. That we need to seek God first. He gives wisdom that cannot be matched. So I said it before too, that having wisdom is better than riches. You have everything in the world. Even you have riches when you're wise, because you can easily tackle, solve issues, whatever it is you can, you have all the answers. Number 2 key lessons says, God's blessings should point others to him. The Queen of Sheba praised the Lord for setting Solomon on a throne. Our success and blessings are opportunities for others to recognize God's goodness through us. Yes. When God blesses us, that blessing should be directed to God, not to us. We shouldn't be prideful when God blesses us and wanting all the direction to be on you. You want the spotlight to be on you, that you did it by yourself. No. I said it before. Whatever blessings God gives us, we should acknowledge him. Okay, it's not our doing. So if God blesses you or blesses me, others should recognize God in that blessing. They should be like, oh, what? He couldn't have done it by himself. He couldn't have. Or you direct them to God and acknowledge God. It's all God's doing. I didn't do it by myself. It's all God's doing. God blessed me. And you can see God blessings on me. It has to do with, it's all about him, not me. That's how it should be. In your closet, you thank him. In the open, you thank him. Acknowledge that he blessed you. It's never your doing. So always remember, when God blesses you, when he lifts you up, stay humble and acknowledge who blessed you. Testify of his goodness in your life, that it all came from him. Amen. So with that, I'm going to end today's time with God. See you next time. Take care for now and God bless. Bye.